Let's talk S Pen today because I was doing that Moto video the other day of the Moto G stylus, and it got me thinking when I was talking about the practical uses of the G stylus. So let's talk about the S Pen because we we pontificate, we go crazy about the S Pen when it's not in a device. We want it in a device when it's not inside. The silo is not contained inside the device. We want that. We went nuts when they killed the Note series. Then we were happy when they brought back the S22. But at the end of the day, are you really using your S Pen as much as you should? And these things, are we Magellan out here with these tips that we're going to give, or these kind of top five S Pen features? No, we're not exploring new worlds here. These are all things that you know and you've probably even used in the past. But just a little reminder, hey, these things are here. These capabilities of the S Pen are here, so get more use out of it. You paid the money for it. You didn't get an S22 Plus. You didn't get the S22. You didn't get an S21 Ultra. You got the S22 Ultra with the pen in it, so you might as well be using it. Let's start with an honorable mention. And that's one that really is something that I don't know the daily use of, and that's kind of the theme here. There's a lot of S Pen features that you can do. You know, you do an air command, you're waving things back and forth. You have the thing with the selfie cam where you could go ahead and hit the button and it takes a selfie. Is that useful? Yes. Is it wonderful that they have that technology, that the Bluetooth works that way? Yes. I can tell you that I used the selfie camera feature of the S Pen once, going back, I don't know how many years. I can tell you it was on a Note 9. I took a picture with my wife and we used the selfie camera. We were in a museum and I used that. Otherwise, I just use my hand. It's not worth it to take it out, hide your hand that's going to use it has the S Pen in it to take the picture. We're talking things that you pull out of your pocket and you could use within seconds that actually add to your day as opposed to these fancy Bluetooth features. So the first one is an honorable mention, and that is to be able to hover over notifications and get more of them. So if you have your S Pen out and you go ahead, you pull something down, you go ahead, you put on the notification itself, you kind of hover over it, and you'll get the rest of it. See, I can see the entire comment there, and then when I pull away, I don't see the whole comment. So I could just glance over it. Tough to do on camera, but I'm going to try to get this. Oh, yeah, I'm way above. There we go. And then go pull away, and you can read the entire note. And it's fantastic, really, for an email, because I know if I go ahead and clear all of these, then I'm not going to see that again. If I clear all my notifications, I might forget that email or message is there. I might not worry about it until later. I might forget it until later if it's something I have to address relatively quickly. So that way you can pull it down. It could still be a notification, but you can read it. Is this important? Is it not? And then kind of brush it aside for when you have to deal with it. So hover your S Pen over your notifications to get a full view of the notification. The other one, some of these things you got to add. So we're going to go to the menu. This is the first real one. You're going to go to the menu for your S Pen when you pull it out, and you're going to see glance here and write on calendar. Those won't be there by default. You have to go to add and go ahead and add those, not really widgets, but shortcuts in there for those particular apps. So let's talk about write on calendar. You add that, you go ahead and pop in. How many of you actually use your calendar in your phone? And for the same reason probably that I don't, nearly enough. And that's going back 20 years in with PDAs and Palm Pilots and all the rest of it. What's the annoying part about using your calendar? You got to open up the day. You got to select the time. You got to put the time. You got to assign it an alert. You got to write in whatever it is or type in whatever the event actually is and then save it. And then none of that stuff. If you're somebody who's forgetful, you go ahead, you hit write on calendar, and you don't have to get fancy about it. If you know you have an appointment or something you have to do on the 17th, go ahead, circle the 17th. If you know, let's say, I don't know, a friend is coming in, just go ahead, X this, so you know, have little reminders that, hey, I'm busy that day. And you could go back and fill them in later as needed. But at a glance, you could tell what dates you're available and what dates you're not. Let's say you have recycling in your town and it's alternate. So one day it's bottles or plastics and one day it's paper. You could go ahead and have different colors that you fill in here and go ahead back and forth and just at a glance say, okay, well, this is a plastic day, so I'm going to bring that down to the recycling, or mark things that you need to know on a monthly basis. Do it quickly, hit save, and then when you go back in there, go to the menu and hit it. There it is. All your notations are right there. You don't have to worry about actually clicking into a day and adding a whole event and all the rest of it. So you can actually get some use out of your calendar, especially if you're somebody who constantly forgets appointments, or dentist or the doctor or something like that. You go ahead, you mark it real quick, hey, I'm going to the doctor that day, right? The ER, going to the doctor. So you know right away on top so you don't forget things and you can actually use the calendar feature more often. The one that I talked about in the Moto video was the GIF maker. So you get like getting those little meme wars with your friends. You want to be the hit of the group chat. Always have the proper GIF. Well, instead of searching on Giphy for 10, 15 minutes, and by the time you find the one that you want, or kind of one that's close, the moment's already gone, your friends aren't laughing anymore, you could go right into YouTube, find any clip basically from any movie that you ever wanted to know. You find the scene that you want, you go right into the S Pen, Smart Select, it's going to pull up the GIF stuff. You highlight that, basically the area that you want to record, which is going to be the video that you're playing. You hit play, you hit record, and there it is. Once you capture your few seconds of the Steve Alicious Tech video that you want to get, you hit stop, and there you go. There's your GIF. So within a minute, you've responded with the perfect GIF for any situation that you could possibly be getting into, which is definitely helpful if you like messing around with your friends. Put that S Pen to work and get yourself working on the proper GIF. Okay, you saw it before when we pulled it up, Glance app. So, what is this one? If you pull up, let's say you got ESPN, you're doing something, you got a game or something you're going to watch, or better yet, you pull this up, this is your Messenger app, or your Slack app, or something for work. You got it pulled up, but you know what? You don't want to do that. You want to be watching Steve Alicious Tech, even while you're working. No problem. Go ahead, go to your S Pen bit, you hit Glance, it's going to pull it down there. So then you pull up YouTube, put this to the side, okay, get that in landscape. You can move this where you want it to. See the app down at the bottom? Move it to that corner. You're playing your Steve Alicious video. Oh man, you know what? I've been watching this for a few minutes. Let me see if work has come up with anything. You go ahead, you do this, and you can kind of scroll there, if I can get it to work right. But basically the idea is you can see the update, and it works because I was seeing the Sunday Night Baseball. It was updating the Mets score, and then you pull away, and you're back to whatever you were doing. You're back to the video if we go ahead and pull that back out. So you could say, all right, did anything update over here? Did I get a chat? Did I get an email? Anything like that? No? Okay, no problem. And I'm going to go back in and do whatever it is I was doing, whatever it is, the Messenger app or you're watching a video or anything like that, and no problems there. So I think that's pretty neat to be able to have an app updating in the background, sort of like picture-in-picture, but you could go ahead, hover over, see if anything's going on, and then get out of there and go back to what you were doing. That's pretty cool. All right, so and when you're done with that, you just go ahead at the top here and remove it. No issues. Here's the other thing. So let's say you've got your S Pen on a dock, or you've got it sideways, or you're using Dex, or whatever it happens to be, and you don't want to necessarily be using up the battery, or you don't want to lose this, you don't want to keep it out too much, the S Pen that you have in your device. Well, that's an easy solution as well, because you could go to the options, which to get the S Pen options, you just hit the S Pen menu, hit right there, so you don't have to go through settings and search and all the rest of it. You get your S Pen options right here. Allow multiple S Pens. So this works for a bunch of different things. It does use more battery. It'll warn you of that. Why? Well, because of the magnets in here that uses to detect the whatever warp field that it needs to detect S Pen usage, it'll have that on constantly. But you could take one like this. This is the one that they sold with the case for the S22 Ultra. This is a dumb one, right? It's not a Bluetooth one. You could use the S Pen Pro or whatever that one was, a bigger stylus, which is fine for people if they don't want to use the small one, if they're doing writing, if they're doing artwork, or if they're doing other things. You don't necessarily have to have another S Pen paired to this. You could use a bigger one if you have multiple S Pens on. So you can go ahead, get the menu going for that, and there, see, it works just fine. So as long as my S Pen menu is activated, I can go ahead, I could scroll, I could do whatever I was going to do, and touch with the screen and have the S Pen functionality there to where it's not going to be an issue. I could see it if you can hover it right there. You see how it gets close and it detects it just like it would any other S Pen. So that's something you could do as well. A lot of people say, "Oh, this is too short for me. It's harder to write when I'm doing longer things, when I'm doing artwork, I'm doing video editing, whatever I'm doing with my S Pen." Well, you could go ahead, get yourself the bigger one that's meant for tablets, and do the same things right there. The last one is the one that's going to cause people to groan. This is where people are going to. I know everybody knows that when you pull this out, you get the menu, or not really even a menu, you just write notes, okay, on the lock screen while it's locked. But how many of you actually do it? How many of you get to, oh, I gotta remember a date. I got to remember a name. I got to remember a number of this person again. And instead of pulling your phone out of your pocket and pulling your S Pen out and just writing down whatever number it is that you have to remember and then going back to it later, you're searching for you're trying to remember it in your head. You're searching for a piece of paper. You're going through your book bag looking for a notebook or something. Remember to pull your phone out. Pull your phone out. Use the lock screen note-taking feature. It is incredibly convenient. It is fantastic. It's quick, and it's absolutely the best way to organize yourself if you're somebody who immediately forgets that name of that person you just met, immediately forgets that email. You were meant to keep track of a date or a number or something like that, and it's in one ear, out the other. Pull out your phone. It takes a second as opposed to searching for that pen, the piece of, oh, you got a pen. Oh, you got give me a back of a business card. You got a napkin. Use your phone. That's what it's there for. You paid the extra money to have the S Pen inside the S22 Ultra. Take full advantage of it. So enjoy your S Pen more. That's basically, it's a PSA. All right, public service announcement. Just enjoy your S Pen more. We all love it. We all complain when it's not in a device. We all wanted it for years. We all wept when the Note series was gone and then came back with the S22 Ultra. So go ahead and enjoy that S Pen. Plenty of uses of it that aren't waving things back and forth like a lightsaber. You know, it's going through videos and flipping through and up for the volume, down for the volume. You don't have to be doing any of that stuff. Plenty of things, practical, everyday stuff that takes literally a second and a half to do that you should be doing with your S22 Ultra. If you've made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time, have that Steve-alicious day.